Don't be afraid to move backwards. You're not actually moving backwards. If you feel like what you've been doing, all of a sudden, you need to take a break from it. All of a sudden, you want to try something new. You want to do things differently. And each time you try to disregard that feeling, you try to keep doing things at the same pace that you've been doing it at this entire time. For some reason, you seem to feel more drained. You seem to feel an even stronger urge to finally take a pause. Listen to that. God is not like us. Jesus is not like us. When you look at how Jesus has been represented in the Bible, when you look at the different actions that Jesus took, when you look back to the story where they were all on a boat and Jesus was fast asleep in the middle of a storm, what does that say about Jesus? What does that say about God, who made his son this way? Us humans, we are ruled by anxiety. In the Bible, it says that the flesh and the spirit are constantly at battle. That means your flesh, which is easily pressured, easily persuaded, easily misguided. Your flesh is at equal war with your spirit that is ruled by God, that is connected to God, your spirit that wants the best for you. The fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace. Yet the flesh feels disharmony, discord. It feels shame a lot of the time. Our flesh and our spirit is constantly at war with each other. Therefore, when you feel that strong urge to want to take a break from something, to want to give yourself time to relax and rest, but there's this other part of you that's telling you you should not do it. Yet, each time you try to ignore your desires and your cravings to take a break, each time you keep pushing forward, it just feels worse. It feels like your situation is getting worse, or you feel even more agitated and more antsy. That's your sign that the Spirit is trying to tell you that it's time to relax and take a break. You may not think taking a break has any significance. You might think, if anything, it's only going to delay you on your path. God has everything worked out for you already. You don't know when that next thing is going to happen. You don't know when it's all going to come together. You don't know if what you're doing now is even going to bring the exact outcome you are praying and wishing for. What you do know is that you've been called to take a certain action step. But for how long? What's the consistency? God knows this, not you. So if you feel that urge to take a break, it's because God is saying your spirit needs rejuvenation. It needs time to be still. Why? Because it's in times of stillness when you can hear God clearly. You can hear God on many other occasions as well, but it's in times of stillness that you reconnect with God on a deeper level with no distractions. When you give yourself time to rest and relax, you give yourself time to catch up with processing everything that you've just experienced, processing how the day went, how the weeks went. You give yourself and your spirit time to achieve harmony again. Because when you're constantly on the go, when you're constantly moving, you can easily get distracted by many things. You can easily allow your flesh to move apart from what the spirit wants. During that time, You may start to do things your spirit doesn't actually want. Since you're constantly on the go, you're not giving yourself time to pay attention to what your spirit is trying to tell you. Your spirit is very soft and very subtle, although at times it will be very loud. For the most part, just like God, your spirit is gentle. It's patient and it's kind. It's going to wait for you to be ready to listen to it. When you're constantly moving, how are you going to find that time to actually be still and listen to what your spirit is trying to tell you? Give yourself time to rest. Rest is important. God created the Sabbath day for a reason. Rest does not mean you give up. Rest does not mean you stop doing something that's very important for you to continue indefinitely or permanently. Rest means maybe for about an hour or so, maybe for 30 minutes, maybe for 15, or maybe for a whole day, maybe for a whole week. You give yourself that rest that you know your body has been craving and needing. Find time to give yourself rest. Rest is what will help you see things more clearly. Rest is what will help your spirit guide you a lot more better. It's in times of stillness that God can reveal to you even more than when you're constantly on the go and busy. God knows you best. But keep in mind, rest looks differently for everyone. Rest can be laying down and not doing anything at all. Rest can be reading the Bible. Rest can be going for a walk or hanging out at the beach or going hiking or doing something that replenishes your soul but does not feel taxing and does not feel like work. Rest simply means taking a pause from what is constantly making you feel busy and giving yourself the chance to actually feel relaxed and at peace. What allows a person to feel relaxed is different for everyone. Go to God and pray to God about what exactly rest means to Him. To be quite frank, I'm only aware of what rest looks like for me. Rest for you, however, might look very different. Ask God, what does it mean for you to rest? What does it mean for you to relax? God knows you best. He knows you better than yourself. So allow Him to lead you. Allow Him to guide you on what it means to truly relax and take a break. Now might be the time you really need it most, because God is trying to reveal something to you, or at the least, He's trying to get you prepared for the next step, which will require you to get right back in it tenfold. Let God guide you on what it means to relax and rest today.